Thanks to the support as a channel member, All Stars United SC. Oh, we've had another very busy transfer window, including smashing our club transfer record. We do kind of need to win the league after what we've just done, because we have been involved in shenanigans. As you can see, we brought in Luka Glisovic, the goalkeeper we looked at in the last episode. He joins us for £23 million. But in addition to him, we've spent £80 million on Romanian international midfielder Adrian Mialescu, who is going to play there for us. We're just forcing him into it. He's 6'4". I couldn't resist. 4-star current ability midfielder who's 6'4". He's my kind of boy. So he is in for £80 million. We also signed a new defender, Matteo Lopez, another guy who can play anywhere across the back four. This is my thing at the moment. I just want players who can cover everywhere defensively. You'll see why in a second. Milos Lukic, a 29-year-old Serbian international, was going to be joining us for free in the summer. We had a pre-contract with him, but then we sold Kawasaki, so just brought him in 6 months early for £5 million on deadline day. We've not actually used him yet. And then Stefano Ferrari, another very high potential young player. Although at 21, he needs to hurry up and start fulfilling it. But he's 6'2", which is it's a good height. We like a 6'2" player. And another one who's going to be able to play anywhere across the back four. He's natural centre back and left back, but he's right footed. So obviously he's going to be good at right back as well if he's a natural right footed left back. To fund all of that, we sold Lucas Brizuela again. I thought he was joining Boca permanently. They chose not to spend the money on signing him permanently. So he's now gone out again to Antwerp. We did get a small fee for him going there. We also loaned out Tolmachev to Montpellier. There is the option for them to make that permanent as well. No, there isn't. I'm sure there was. There should have been. I'm pretty sure there was. I guess we'll see in the summer. I don't know if there's any other way to check that. Flatguard has gone out on loan to Norwich. No option of a permanent deal there. But Manacho has left the club. He's gone to Leganes, £28.5 million. He got in a mood that he wasn't in our Conference League squad. And then when I didn't register him in January, before I had to, he got in a double mood with bells on. He wasn't someone we were starting regularly. He's only started 10 games for us in a year. So to get nearly 3 times our money on him seemed like a no-brainer. So he's gone, which is how we funded some of the new defenders. We've also sent out Steven Sidibe. He's gone to Groningen for not very much, but there is the potential for a permanent deal there. Kawasaki, now 31, turned 31 in January, goes to Bournemouth for £33 million, now playing down in the Championship. And Enrique, who I had high hopes for at the start of the season, but we haven't used very much. He's just gone on loan to Monaco until the end of the season. No permanent deal arranged, just want to get some game time into him. And all of that means we have spent this season in total 339 million, brought in 212 million. I mean, we've spent getting on for 500 million since I've been here. We have brought in about 300 million, over 300 million in that time. But it is still a big net spend. And as a result, you would expect us to be challenging for the title. And to be fair, we are. We're second in the league after 23 games, 52 points on the board. We've got 3 games in hand on Arsenal, who are 5 points above us. And we've got the best young player in world football. So I think we're going to be fine. Today, we are playing Aston Villa, who until very recently were top of the league. They've had a bit of a stumble. We need to make sure we beat them. This is the team we're going to try and do that with. It's Palacios in goal, who actually hasn't lost his place with Glisovic coming in. I'm still not sure who my best goalkeeper is. They're both like 3-star goalkeepers. I still don't think we've solved the goalkeeper problem here at Wimbledon, despite throwing money at it every window. A back four of Levin, Lopez, Gomez and De Los Santos. Coppens and Salcedo in midfield. Esqueda, Mertens and Yang behind Cost up front. And I think we might... Oh, we don't have any African players in the team. I thought we had all 5 continents covered, but there's no African. Oh, actually, is Gomez African? Gomez is Senegalese. So we've got Palacios, who's South American. Gomez is African. Levin, I mean, amongst many others, is European. Esqueda is North American. He's Mexican. And then Yang is Asian. We've got the perfect Pentagon team. Not a single English player in there. English players are for cowards. Let's get the team submitted. And we'll put in our perfect Pentagon 11. I mean, really, for a perfect Pentagon 11, which we're probably not going to be able to do, you'd want 2 from each continent and a bonus Englishman. I think that's probably how you actually do it. Or 2 from each continent and a token Australian, even though obviously they're part of Asia as far as football is concerned. But I like the fact we're representing all 5 continents, just like I am. I speak a language from each continent, I think, at this point. Does English count as my language from North America? To be fair, I speak English and Spanish. So I think I can probably pass in most parts of North America. And Salcedo, another Mexican, I believe, picking the ball up on the edge of the area, plays it all the way back to Coppins. I mean, it's very risky. Mertens gets the ball back and just tidies everything up again for us. And there's more risky passes in there. I mean, I guess one way you look at it is if those risky passes come off, it's spectacular. But I mean, it's a young, ambitious, fearless squad. And we have played ourselves into a little bit of trouble here. Villa coming at us, and luckily their finishing is a little bit ropey, but there were a couple of passes there that certainly weren't the simple pass. This is why we've got our shiny new boy, Mialescu, who's on the bench today. He only arrived on deadline day. But he's probably going to play in that role that Salcedo is in at the moment. And we actually had some, that's a huge miss. We actually had some interest for Salcedo in January. We decided to turn him down, but Salcedo can also play up in the Mertens role as well. And Mertens did go on a 2-week holiday during December. So with losing Kawasaki, obviously we've brought Lukic in, but we just need players who can play in multiple positions. And I think my new boy, Mialescu, I think he's going to get plenty of game time. I don't think we need to worry about that. And Gomez now has his 11th goal of the season. The in-swinging corner. It's a lovely thing. I mean, we don't even do it. I don't feel like I abuse it. The fact he's only got 11 goals. He could have way more. That's not the corner we hit every time. We do hit far post corners. We do hit short corners. But we're not going to never do a near post corner. That would be madness. But he's so good in the air. That he doesn't need many of them to still score a lot of goals. And we saw, I think it was in the last episode, it might have been the one before, oh my word. But we saw then that Gomez doesn't just score headers. He is a threat in all manner of ways, and that is the last touch before half-time. It looked like it was very nearly over the line. I'm not going to argue for Villa on that, but that was worrisome. Bit of a Frank Lampard moment, but this is a nice looking situation as things stand at the moment, because this would put us 5 points ahead of Villa, 2 points behind Arsenal, still with 2 games in hand on them, and starting to look pretty strong. And that's some lovely football again. And we've got ourselves another corner. Please hit something other than a near post in swinger, just to show the world that that's not all I do. Gomez is is getting himself ready at the near post. We tried to do the same thing again. I promise we've got some other corners loaded as well. We do have some variety. It's just, I mean, you can see there, we've had 6 corners. You've seen 2 of them. I imagine they're the 2 that were aimed at the near post. The others were useless, so we don't see him. Mertens, again, with the ball glued to his feet, plays it into Yang. Oh, that's beautiful from Yang as well. The 2 of them combining beautifully, and that should have been 2-0. I mean, worryingly, their combined age is less than my real life age. I think they're 42. I am now 43. Obviously, in game, I'm in my 60s. But yeah, that is it's worrying when they're that young. But yeah, it's not gone down as Yang. It's cost the number 9. I guess he is going to be the long-term number 9. He has been breaking his way into the team as the season has gone on. Already 9 goals for him. When we've already got Kasongo and Herrera and Mertens all on double figures, and Gomez, I guess. We've got plenty of players who are scoring plenty of goals. That one, it's a little bit soft to give it to Cost, but I'm sure he's going to take it. And at 2-0, we are starting to look a little bit more comfortable. We'd quite like a third just to kill Villa off. Then we can take off some of our tired-legged players. I mean, that's a bit fancy from Gomez. De Los Santos now pretty much nailed on starting right back with Manacho leaving the club. I mean, so much beautiful short passing, and then Mertens comes away with the ball again, lays it off to Coppins. Escueda, Salcedo, Mertens! 16 for him now for the season. How long until he's the best player in the world? I think we might have a Wimbledon Ballon d'Or winner. He's just won the European Golden Boy, as he should, because he's brilliant. He didn't win Belgian Young Player of the Year. Cost actually won that. But he has won European Golden Boy. And between the two of them, I mean, they're going to win us a Champions League. They're going to win Belgium a World Cup, surely. With that kind of talent. If you find yourself in the 2040s, boys and girls, check out Belgium. There's value in Belgium, as we've shown in the last couple of transfer windows, and we're trying to close Villa down again. We don't want to let them back into the game. Half an hour to go. I'm thinking in terms of making some substitutions to save tired legs, and Villa have missed another massive chance. I mean, they were well clear at the top of the league for a time. And I think what they're showing here is they've just got very bottly. They've had chances to be in this match and have just been rubbish. So I think that's probably why they're not challenging for the title anymore. We are going to take Mertens off. We're actually going to bring on the new boy for his debut. Mialescu comes on to play in defensive midfield. Salcedo can move forward and we'll take off Lopez. Dante Cruz can come on. We'll swap those two over. We normally play them that way round. And yeah, we just need to keep everybody fresh. We don't need to play Mertens into the ground. He's a very good footballer, but we've got to remember he's only 20. He can't play every minute of every game or we will break him. Right, Esqueda's going to come off. Herrera comes on the left-hand side for him. And then we'll also take off Yang, who is a little bit injury prone. And we can bring Kasongo on up front for him. I tell you what, we've got some strength in depth here. Basinger, club captain and best player when I arrived 18 months ago. We've not even brought him off the bench there. And we just look so strong. We're going to win the league. 2 points behind Arsenal. We're going to win the league. We're going to win the conference league. We're not going to win the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup because we've been knocked out of both of those because we played rotated teams. But we're getting into the Champions League one way or another this year. And I think we need to make sure we win the Premier League along the way. And in fact, on the horizon, we have an away game against Arsenal. I guess we show you that one next. I'm literally rubbing my hands together. Well, I may have taken my eye off the ball slightly against Southampton, drawing 2-2 with them, which leaves us 1 point behind Arsenal with that one game in hand and playing Arsenal now. We've just made the one change from the team that played the last game you watched. It's two changes from the game I played. I rested Salcedo and gave Mialescu a full debut against Southampton. Glisovic comes in because we spent money on him and Palacios conceded 2 goals. This is how we choose our goalkeepers at the moment. There has to be a better way. I suspect the better way involves me eventually just spending £100 million on a 4-star goalkeeper rather than forever buying goalkeepers that aren't quite good enough. Which is what I keep doing because I want to be a budget guy. And then I go and spend 80 million on what's effectively a backup midfielder because look how good Salcedo is. Off he goes. Just release whoever that is running ahead of you. He's just going to keep going. Salcedo proving that he could very easily play in that attacking midfield position, and Esqueda tries to squeeze it across goal, but unfortunately not able to. It would have been nice for that to deflect in off the Arsenal goalkeeper, but 'twas not to be. But we need a win here. I mean, obviously, in reality, we're happy if we come here and don't lose, because we still would have the game in hand on them after this. So it would still be in our hands, even if it's just a draw. And it is at their ground. They are top of the league. They are Arsenal and we're Wimbledon. So we're not supposed to win. But imagine if we did win. If we win, that puts us into pole position. 11 games to go until the end of the season after this one. If we beat the team currently in first place, having just beaten the team currently in third place, and have a game in hand and better goals scored than all of them, then you got to put us as favourites, Wimbledon or not. That being said, Arsenal win the ball back from a sloppy pass from us, but there is Glisovic demonstrating why we were happy to pay, £30 million for him in January to bring in the German international. I keep calling him a German international. He's only actually played 3 times for Germany at 29 years old, so he's very much a backup to a backup for Germany. So he's not a superstar. Cost is, though, and there's an 11th goal of the season for him. If it counts. I mean, he's Belgium's best young player in a world where Mertens exists, apparently. He has to be able to stay on side. Of course he can. Who played the pass? Because it was beautifully timed and the run was excellent. Is it Yang slotting it through? No, it's Coppens, another Belgian. There's value in Belgium. Coppens, I think, at 20 is 23 and only has a couple of caps for Belgium, so he's not a regular starter for Belgium. But I guess Belgium's just absolutely loaded with talent. Mertens himself has only played for Belgium 2 times. Kost, I don't think, has made his Belgium debut yet. So I talk about those two winning Belgium a World Cup. Presumably they've got players even better than those two that are keeping them out of the team, which is insane. We might need to check on Belgium. It might be the best nation in world football, which would then make it really weird how relatively cheaply we were able to bring in 2 young superstars. Unless they're just like 10 a penny in Belgium. They got dozens of them. Wonder kids all over the place. Right, Salcedo plays it across to Coppens, who's got time to look up and pick a spot, but instead lays it on to Gomez. And I think we're about to give away a silly chance here, the way we like to, because we're knocking the ball around very casually, as we like to do. So either we're going to make a terrible mistake or someone's about to do something spectacular. It is all very tidy at the moment, and we slowly walk the ball forward, and now Yang's got space to run into. Can he find the cross? He can cross into the area, and Kost wasn't quite I think he did make full contact with it. It's gone behind for a goal kick. He was just a little bit wayward with his header, although to be fair, looking at the XG, I don't think it was a huge chance because he was inside the 6-yard box but didn't get a lot of XG for it. And I don't think XG is supposed to take into account defenders' positioning, but it seemed to there, because if the defender's not there, a point blank range header should be like 0.7 XG on its own. We're only on 0.5 and we've scored a goal and had other chances. So what I'm getting at is I don't understand XG. I don't think anybody does. Arsenal camped out on the edge of the area again, but they don't understand the offside rule. Ha 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 ha. We remain 1-0 up. Lovely old stuff. We've had 1 shot on target in this match. That's all it took for us to do a football goal. For those of you wondering, that's not the actual winger Marquinhos, who's been at Arsenal for 1,000 years already, at 50 years old. That is another Brazilian winger called Marquinhos. They actually play this one though, so that's interesting. Right, Mertens just dancing. I mean, no one's able to get. He does just dance, lays it off to Yang. Yang back to Salcedo, who's been very involved today, having missed out on the last game. I mean, he wasn't fully fit. It wasn't a tactical decision to leave him out. He wasn't fully fit. So we brought in the £80 million guy we've just brought in to play in his position. But I think Salcedo playing like a man possessed today, and Yang's been brought down in the penalty area, and that should be a penalty. The referee is having a little look, as he should, and that is a penalty kick. I don't know who, there you go. It's going to be Yang himself to step up to take it, who has now got a proper work permit off the back of January. He was just on an ESC before. He used to score penalties when he was in ESC. So maybe we need to get him back on that. That's a poor penalty. Straight at the goalkeeper, no real power. It's like the worst of all worlds there from Yang. He's not going to be taking a penalty again any time soon. He probably will, because I don't remember the last time I actually set a penalty taker. I just leave the game to it because usually it's about right. Right, De Los Santos, of course, the former Arsenal youngster, charging forward, lays it off to Yang. Yang shoots from range, and it's a corner. It's a good save from the Arsenal keeper. A much better effort from Yang from open play than we got from him from the corner. And he's now going to look to hit another one of these in-swingers. This time he is aiming far post. And is it Lopez who scores there? It's gone down as an own goal. There's your proof. We're not just near post corner merchants. We're set piece merchants in general. It's a very good corner. Lopez just kind of headed it quite firmly back across goal. And I mean, that's terrible from the Arsenal keeper and the Arsenal defender. But we don't care. It's 2-0. And that's the important thing. And look at that beautiful league table. 26 games played, 59 points, 2 points clear of Arsenal, 6 points clear of Villa. Much better goal difference than both of them, and a game in hand. We can't bottle it from here. We've got to go on and win this. Right, we're making multiple changes because we've got multiple tired little legs. And multiple tired little legs. I think we're doing all 5. It's not often I do all 5. but I think we have to. We'll take off Cost. We'll leave Mertens on for the full 90 for once. There you go. 5 substitutions. That's how confident we are that we're going on to win the match. So Herrera gets another run out on one of the wings. Mialescu gets another 20 minutes as we continue to try and convert him into being this deep-lying playmaker who spends £80 million on a player and then converts him. Goodness me. Although, I mean, with Arsenal on screen, I think Arsenal signed Declan Rice to be a holding midfielder. Having spent 100 million on him, turned him into a box-to-box midfielder. So Arsenal do. I'm just copying what Arsenal do. Except we're going to win a trophy. Lovely old stuff. Oh dear. Maybe we won't. Maybe I shouldn't taunt Arsenal. With Arsenal shirts hanging on the wall behind me as well. I've pushed the Football Manager gods a little bit too far. If we now concede a second, I'm not releasing this episode. We'll just record a different one and I'll be like, oh, we drew against Arsenal off camera. No, there you go. Lovely, lovely, lovely. We are top of the league. We are going to win the league. The rest of this season is just going to be us doing exactly that, winning the league and hopefully winning a Conference League to go with it. Obviously, the Conference League is the big one. But if you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. Thank you very much to these beautiful Patreon rascals. And thank you very much for watching.